Kלים Perek Ches Mishnah test, the last Mishnah of the Perek. We're now going to go back first to a Mishnah we did before, Perek Ches, this Perek, Mishnah Hey, where we had said that when you dismantle a bed and all the pieces are there, ready to be reassembled, Tumah still exists. And there was machlokes between the Tanna Kamma and Rabbi Nechemiah as to exactly how this operates. But this Mishnah is saying that din is all correct when the bed is being dismantled and ready to be reassembled. However, in a case, says the Mishnah, mito shenignav chetzio, it's actually half the bed is stolen, or avad chetzio, it's disappeared, or it's been split by brothers or partners, then it's ein da'atei l'hachziro. There's no intention of reassembling the bed. Then although all the pieces are still there, then of course to Hira that din doesn't apply at all, because now there's no intention to reassemble, the bed is broken and it's completely torn, and even if you do reassemble it, it won't pick up the old tumah. Hechzirua, if you reassemble it, of course, mekabeles tumah mikanu lahaba, it will be mekabel tumah from now on, but of course won't pick up any tumah yeshana, quite a straightforward din. The seif of the Mishnah is actually, this bit is going back to Mishnah Hey, to the case of a bed which has been dismantled in order to reassemble at a later date by the same person. If you remember, we said as follows: if you go back to Mishnah Hey, when you dismantle a bed, then the pieces, both the dismantled pieces, what the Mishnah called the Ketzora and the Shtei Kro'aim, you dismantle the short crossbar at the top of the bed and the two legs, and the rest of the bed, which was not dismantled, are still tamei. Rabbi Nechemiah holds even if you dismantled the arucha and the base Kro'aim, the long ches-shaped object, then that arucha and the base Kro'aim is still tamei, and so is the rest of the bed. That's what the Mishnah said in Mishnah Hey. You dismantle a bed, machlokes between Tanna Kamma and Rabbi Nechemiah exactly how you dismantle it, what pieces get dismantled, the tumah still stays on the pieces. That view of that machlokes in that Mishnah between the Tanna Kamma and Rabbi Nechemiah is actually the view of the Chachamim at the end of this Mishnah. So we'll do the Chachamim first. Mita, the Chachamim, the end of the Mishnah says, V'chachamim oimrim, mitama evorim u'mitaheres evorim. A bed is mitama even after it is in pieces, as long as it's dismantled, and the same owner intends, all the pieces are there, intends to put it back together, then the individual pieces can be makabel tumah as they are evorim in separate pieces, and u'mitaheres evorim. If they are tamei, then you can actually dip the separate pieces in the mikveh, and they will become tahor. The pshat I'm telling you is the pshat of the Rash and the Rosh, and the first shit in Tosfos, as I mentioned. It is not Bar Tanura, because Bar Tanura picks on the second pshat in Tosfos, which is based on the Tosefta, and it doesn't fit in how we learnt Mishnah Hey, and therefore it's too complicated. We're not going to do that pshat. So the Chachamim actually, when they say the words mitama evorim, miteres evorim, is actually, on the detail of that machlokes is discussed in Mishnah Hey between the Tanna Kamma and Rabbi Nechemiah. In other words, the pieces keep their tumah, can actually become tamei in their broken pieces, in their broken state, and can be put into the mikveh. That's the Chachamim's view. Going back to the first bit of the Mishnah, where we have Rabbi Eliezer's view, he argues on that whole concept. He holds mitamo chavila miteres chavila divrei Rabbi Eliezer. He says he doesn't agree to the whole concept that you've got a bed which has been dismantled and the intention is to reassemble it, that actually the tumah carries on into the broken state. He holds a mitah can only become tamei chavila in its chavila means in the package, in the whole state. Miteres chavila, you can only take it to the mikveh in its whole state. Once it gets dismantled, even its da'atei l'achziro and all the pieces are there, it's gone, it's tahor. The only thing Rabbi Eliezer does hold, he does agree that if you dismantle a bed true it becomes tahor now, when you reassemble it, it will pick up the tumah hayishana. And that's why it says miteres chavila. It actually helps to dip the bed into the mikveh, so that once you dip the bed in the mikveh and you then dismantle it and reassemble it, of course it can't become tumah again. But if you dismantle it and reassemble it without having had dipped it in the mikveh, it then will pick up the old tumah. So Rebbe Lezer actually argues completely with Mishnah Hay and says that dismantling the bed actually is matayirit, with the proviso that if you were to reassemble it, it'll pick up tumah again. And the Chachamim say no, the tumah actually carries on into the separate pieces, and you can actually be matar those pieces as well. And that's pshat mitamoy vorim mitares vorim. That's the end of Baruch Hashem Perek Yud Ches, a difficult perek. We look forward to doing Perek Yud Tes, which also has its complications and of course its beauty. So Perek Yud Tes coming up.